and good time zone. And what is up, gamers? Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Happy Monday to you. Oh my goodness, many distractions. Welcome on in. Eddie! Eddie, thank you very much for the sub. Thank you. Welcome in, everybody. Hello. It's wonderful to be here. It's wonderful to see you. And happy Monday to you all. Eddie has subbed. Thank you so much for the sub. I very appreciate it. He says, it's been way too long since I got a stream. Gonna be lurking. But hearts, miss y'all. Miss you too. And love you very much. And thank you very much for the sub. I really appreciate it. And it's wonderful to see you. And thank you so much indeed for the lurk, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Sen, hi. Also welcome in. It is lovely to see you as well. I hope you're having a wonderful Monday. How are you doing? How is everyone? How were your weekends? What did you get up to? I'm giving you too many interrogation questions. Let's just get into it, shall we? I don't mean to. I always sort of bombard chat with all of these questions at the outset, and I realize that can be a little bit overwhelming. I don't want you to feel like you're being interrogated. It's fine. But if there's anything you would like to share, I always love hearing about it. But no pressure, of course. Anyways, how's it going, friends? It is very good to see you indeed. That was an unnecessarily high energy opening to the stream, considering just how tired I am. I am so tired that, so this is the main piece that we're working on today. This is, today's prompt for Hollow Knight Art Month. If you're not familiar with Hollow Knight Art Month, let me get, a link to the prompt list in chat. It's basically another one of these, 31-day, 31 prompt art do-along listy situations. That is a very weird way to say it, but anyways, it's a 31-day prompt list, specifically with art prompts relating to the game of Hollow Knight. I believe the prompt for today's, I'm gonna pop open a tab so I can see as well. I believe today's was Salubra, which is why I've drawn this. If you're not familiar with the game of Hollow Knight, it is a very sweet little video game. It's a little indie game. You probably haven't heard of it. And if you haven't heard of it, that's cool. I'm hoping that at least just the whimsy of these art pieces will be kind of accessible, even if you're not familiar with the source material. But today's prompt word was Salubra, which is this lady's name. She is one of the vendors that you encounter in the game. She sells charms that, you know, give you various like power-ups and skills and also look really cool. And, you know, I thought to myself, there's another dude who collects like interesting little trinkets and stuff, and I think they might get along. So I've got her here. She's actually visiting Relic Seeker Lem, and they're sort of comparing their collection of knickknacks and all this jazz. So hopefully it'll turn out fun. We'll see. Kamikaze Mixtape, hello, welcome in. How's it going? It is very nice to see you. I hope you are having a very, very, very good Monday. How's it going? Welcome on in. Kamikaze Mixtape, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Thank you. I can hear this drawing all too well. Oh my goodness. She would absolutely just be like, just giggling and kicking her. Does she have feet? I don't know. Giggling her foot-like appendage. Just having the loveliest time getting to show off all of her cool charms. I'm slowly passing out, but I was browsing some art and I flipped out when I saw this. Oh, Kamikaze, thank you. That's really, really sweet. I hope you like it. Oh my god, is that a Zote about? And Grubs? I love them. That's absolutely adorable. Absolutely fresh as heck. Sen is doing some pattern cutting. Nice. I love knowing when folks are like working along with streams. Somehow I find it motivating in a weird way to know I'm not the only one who's working on stuff. But also I will put on other people's art streams when I'm working on stuff off stream, and I find that helpful as well. But yeah. I'm in love with Zotes Kamikaze. It's complicated. Oh, jeez. I do love Zote. And I do get it. He's an interesting character. Hold on. There was There was day 5 for Hollow Knight Art Month. I believe the word was Zote. Just in just in case you're curious. Oh no, where did it go? Where did it go? No, come back. Well, okay, now it's a split. That's what I did for Zote. He's on a date with Bretta. He's having a big rant because they brought him Fight Milk Zero when he ordered Diet Fight Milk, as you do. Zotivating, says Lux. Yes, hi Lux, welcome on in. It's wonderful to see you. Welcome. Kamikaze says, on a more serious note, your art is so lovely. Oh, thank you so much. That is very kind. Thank you. HK has taken a very large portion of my life, and this is great to see. That is such a mood. Oh my god, that is such a mood. He is for sure talking about his precepts. Oh, absolutely. He'll be like, the thing that most people aren't clever enough to understand about precept 21 is, and then goes on to say, like, just the most banal thing you've ever heard in your life. Just the guy who thinks that he's real philosophical, but everybody's just like, oh man. Nah. Yeah, nah, dude. My boy, poor Brett, this is Kamikaze. I know. She's, yeah, I hope she's able to make her excuses as soon as possible. And just hightail it out of there. Honestly, find somebody else to write fan fictions about. I have my recommendations, but, unfortunately, Hollow Knight is not a dating sim. Or a matchmaker sim. Oh, imagine. Old Zote yells at clouds, says Betty Distraction. Yes. I love his voice, though. I think it's so perfect. The sort of it's so perfect for that character. Oh, I don't want to spoiler it, but there is, for anyone who has played the game and knows what I'm talking about when I talk about the Eternal Ordeal, when you beat the Eternal Ordeal, you get a certain special feature, and it is the funniest thing in the whole game. And I don't want to spoil it, just in case. Because it's worth experiencing for yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. But it is great. Kamikaze says, I hope I don't get modded for this, but Soggy Vagabond might be my favorite quote from anything. It's a great gift. Good. That is so good. I love it. Tee-hee. Oh, Zote is the best. I love the fact that he exists in this game. And I apologize for the fact that in my current playthrough I did go after the neglect achievement. But it had to be done. This is the run where I tip the scales of karma into my favor. And get the neglect achievement. We have not I think we maybe interacted with Milo once, and I have not crossed paths with her since. So she is fine. She is singing her little songs, singing her heart out. She's filled her satchel with as many crystals as she can carry, and she has taken those straight to the bank, and she's gonna put a down payment on a nice house in the safest area that she can get to on her little feet. She's gonna be just fine. She's gonna go on to have a successful recording career as a singer. Milo's fine. Anyways, we're working on rescuing Cloth. That's what we're doing now, in my current run. Because I've never done that. And
attention.
that'll be
Twitch user
Sammy Ann, hello.
Shoppers.
Hello. Welcome in, Raiders. Literally the second I put paint down. Oh my goodness. Amazing timing. Welcome in, Sammy Ann. Thank you so much for the raid. Hello. How is everyone doing? Sammy Ann, how was your stream? Sorry for all the questions straight off the bat, but hi, it's lovely to see you. Welcome on in. Let me get a shout out in the chat for the lovely Sammy Ann. There we go. If you're not following Sammy Ann, please go do it. Sammy Ann is great. Hello?
Oh hell yeah, Samantha_42 just subscribed. 33 months. That's as many as 311s.
33 months. Thank you so much for this sub, Samantha. I really appreciate it. And I'm so sorry how much I love the fact that that TTS Nicole reads your name out as Samantha_42. And I'm so sorry. But also, hello, my sweet friend. And thank you so much for the sub. How are you doing? It's wonderful to see you. Sammy Ann, what were you up to today? What were you up to? How was your stream? What did you get up to today? It's lovely to see you. As always, if you would like to pay your art tax and you've got a link to something you've been working on, or if you want me to go have a creep on your Instagram, if your works in progress aren't ready to look at yet, let me know. I would love to share with the class because we love that here, and we love your artwork. We're working on jackalopes. Oh, jackalopes! Hell yeah! Hell yeah, absolute friends. Is there any particular reason or just for funsies? Because they are amazing creatures. A jackalope, that is so stinking cool. I should introduce myself for anyone who's just come in. Hello. My name is Twitch user Sammy Kelch. I'm a variety streamer. I do art streams on Mondays and Thursdays. I do cozy game streams on Fridays, and every once in a while on Sundays. Unsurprisingly, we play a lot of Hollow Knight there. We're playing Hollow Knight on Friday streams right now. Currently, it's Hollow Knight Art Month for the month of May, so I am doing another piece of Hollow Knight fan art. This is Salubra. She sells charms and is an absolutely charming person, and she is having a little hangout with Lem here, who is a collector of trinkets and doodads and ding dongs and dingly doos and all that kind of jazz. They're just having a nice time. But yeah, hello. Ooh, they will be the creature feature on Patreon. Nice, in July. Just doing some character sketches to see what ideas come forth. Very, very cool. Very cool indeed. That's rad as heck. Oh, nice. Very, very nice. Oh, I love creatures. I don't know if you know this about me, but I love creatures. I love seeing your, there was a mermaid that you did recently, Sammy Ann, that I was absolutely adored. It was so, so, so sweet. So sweet. If y'all don't know Sammy Ann, sometimes she paints with tea, which, as someone who's literally drinking 2 different cups of tea right now, really deeply appeals to me. This one's mint, and the other one is a black tea with some nutmeg, which is really nice. But anyways. Delicious, delightful. We love to see it. I think one of the things, I don't know if anybody else gets this way, but why not visit the Insta? Hell yes. Let me get a link up. Let's do it. Okay. Should be fairly easy to do. Sorry, doing a little finding the website behind the scenes. There we go. All right. So this is the piece I was talking about that Sammy Ann painted with tea. Is that not cool? Is that not an absolute friend? I love the way you do mer people. I love them so much, and it is of course Mermay as well this month, which is the month of doing things that are mermaids. And I love the way this turned out. They're so sweet. They've got a little axolotl to be their friend, which is just adorable. And this friend is, I don't know, almost like a little mermaxel. I don't know how to say. but I love this piece. I think it's really, really, really sweet little character moment. And then there's this one as well, which, oh my goodness, this is so stinking cute. This is so stinking cute. And yeah, that's absolutely adorable. Like this friend is so sweet. I love her little spectacles. She's so cute. I love the seaweed in her hair, and she just looks so lovely. She just looks so nice. I just want to, like, you can tell that Sammy Ann does like kids book stuff, because I just want to read stories about like all of the creatures that she paints. Like these two, I want to be their friends. I want to have a nap with these two little lovelies. Look at them. Anyways, like I said, if you're not following Sammy Ann and you like whimsy and sweet artworks and just really beautiful stuff, you should go give him a follow. Let me get another shout out for Sammy Ann here. There we go. I'm not sure either. That is a totally fair. I'm gonna finish masking this so we can maybe start painting. Perhaps. I had some technical difficulties earlier today, not related to stream things and not even related to the computer that I used to stream. So no worries about that. But, I did have some technical difficulties earlier today. And so it kind of slowed me up on things, and it means that I didn't actually fully finish the sketch for tomorrow's artwork, which is kind of our backup piece, because I'm speed running these paintings as best I can, because I'm going to be away for a couple of weeks at the end of the month. Actually, we are leaving on Friday. Because of that, though, I've had to kind of do my absolute very best to get ahead on some of these artworks in order to finish them all for the month. Obviously, as with all of these 31-day art challenges, there's no requirement to complete every prompt. You can just do one and then dip. That's always fine. You can do all of them if you want to, with whatever level of detail that you want. You can combine prompts into one piece. It is for free and for fun. And I generally find it quite inspiring and a really good time. And I'm having a really good time with this. It is an excuse for me to get to paint things relating to Hollow Knight, which, weirdly enough, is something that brings me a lot of joy. And I like getting to... I don't do a ton of fan art on stream, but I like to get to play in this sandbox a lot. It is just the aesthetic of the game is so cool and so much fun and so creative. And just a lovely time to get to work in. So yeah, having a good time with it. That is not fun, says Sammy Ann. I have a sick little gal at home, so I get the delays happen. That is a mood. That is a mood. And indeed, I hope that your little gal feels much better very, very, very soon. Immediately, even. I am sending all the best feel better vibes that I can. There we go. I am sprinkling wellness into the ether and hoping that it reaches you off in your neck of the woods. Okay. Alright, okay. So I've just started by I want to paint the outlines of these guys yellow because I think it looks cool. Nah. This is like the ugliest stage of the painting, is the laying down of the masking fluid to not accidentally paint over the bits that you don't want painted in. And especially when I'm employing my speedrun strats here, I find it's just a nice little bit of insurance to make sure that the bits that I don't want to get painted in don't get painted in the first instance. My paints are on the other side of the studio because I was in a hurry. So I'm going to wrap this up and then close my masking fluid because you do not want that to go everywhere. And then I'm going to grab my paints, which I've left on the other side of the studio. 1 moment, please. Ah! Okay. Alrighty. Sorry about that. We're back in the room. Sammy Ann says, I was supposed to do a video game feature today, but I had to do some sketches to test out Photoshop's update as it is a bit of a dog's breakfast in updating the preferences. Oh no. Oh no. Have they done silly things? Have they done silly things to the software and it's taking an adjustment period? Oh dear. I'm sorry. I do not like when they do that. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, I hope that it's fixable. So you're providing my community with the video game fan art they were craving. Yay! Glad to be of service. And I do apologize, we're going to have to do a little sketching later, because as you can see, this is very much not complete. But this is tomorrow's prompt. The prompt was request. And I've kind of these chairs are such a weird shape. And I recognize that, like, the sizes are not remotely consistent among the three of them, but I hope at least I've got relatively their locations right. These characters have such tiny heads. It was very difficult to do, but here we are. So I'm gonna have to finish that sketching that when we get to it. But first, I want to make a start on this because I will feel very sad if I'm not able to finish all of Hollow Knight Art Month, because I'm so close. I'm so close. I am actually so close to being done all the paintings. I think I've got I need to finish days, so I'm done most of the back half of the month except for days 30 and 31. And I'm about half finished day 30, so that's about 1.5 paintings to do. Then there's today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. And that's it. So that's not too many. And I have until the close of stream on Thursday to complete the art month. So fingers crossed. You've got this, says Sammy Ann. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope so. I hope so. Fingers crossed. And toes and arms, legs, and eyes as well as I can. Sammy Ann says they've added their helpful AI Firefly to a lot of functions that make no sense, and disabling the AI part is just a... I do not understand. I do not understand. Companies, like big companies like this, just because a feature is new and you can doesn't mean that people want to use it like by default. And a lot of people won't. And you need to be, it should be something that you can like switch on if you want to try it. As opposed to, we've made an update and now this is just enabled. And we're going to make it really annoying and difficult for you to figure out how to disable it, even though it makes everything different and for a lot of people probably worse. Because it's doing things that you don't want it to do. I don't use this software at all. So I'm not familiar, but I think I would find that deeply annoying. Very much I would. But then like AI features and art is something that makes my blood boil these days, to the extent that I was at a coffee shop the other day and there was a table of people within earshot of my partner and I as we were like finishing our lattes who were having a conversation about like AI stuff, and I think they might have actually been talking about Photoshop, which is what jogged my memory here. Because one of them was a photographer and was talking about how, he's like, oh, it's just a click of a button. It can do all these things and it looks just as good as if I did it. And it's saving, and I'm like, that, yeah, but you didn't do it. I would find that really frustrating. It's like, no. Anyways, and then they started just sort of talking real casually about how, it's just gonna take over everything, and I'm like, I'm gonna hurl myself in the sun. So I just like chugged the rest of my drink and was like, okay, thank you, bye bye. Because I was just like, I can't engage with this. It's just gonna make me angry. Sammy Ann says, the best. I see you are trying to add jungle leaves to the background. Would you like Firefly to generate the background for you? What? No! No! There was an advert for this new stuff that I saw in my Instagram feed. And it was this photographer was talking about how, I've teamed up with Photoshop because they want me to show you how to use their new features to make your photography more better. And they were doing like a photo shoot with like their two small children who were dressed up as Alan and Ellie from the first Jurassic Park movie, which was heckin' adorable because these kids were like 5, and then had their older child wear one of those like inflatable dinosaur costumes chasing after them, and that was real heckin' cute. It was an adorable, excellent photo. And then they were like, okay, so we're gonna take the area where this like T-Rex costume was and use the AI feature to generate a T-Rex. And so it was like, instead of being like a cute photo of some kids being chased by like someone in a one of those bad T-Rex costumes, which slaps, it merged it into this sort of like semi-uncanny like AI generated image of what a T-Rex would look like. And it's just like, no, No! That's worse, actually. And I love most of the comments, apart from the ones that are obviously, like, purchased engagement. That are, you know, like, the key smash usernames that are just like, wow! Stunning! Great! Everyone else was like, actually, you know what? I thought the photo was better before they added the, like, the generated dinosaur. And I'm like, yes! Thank you! Thank you! I too would have the tea and took a deep breath. Says Sammy Ann. I just, you know, like not to dunk on anyone's artistic process. But I mean there's a lot of obvious, I don't know how Photoshop's like generated image tools work, like where their image sort of learning set has come from and whether or not it sort of skirts around like the ethics of that whole thing as well. I don't know what the deal is with that, so I can't comment on it, but personally, just as a creator, obviously, like, I work pretty much exclusively in you know, physical media, like watercolors and lino cut prints and the like. So obviously my interest in, you know, having Photoshop just generate a background for me based on what it thinks I want is zero. But I don't know. I just think that there's something inherently more special to me about something that someone has actually like wrought with their own hands and not just had like a wizard auto generate. You know what I mean? That's, and I realize that as an artist myself, maybe I have a different perspective to just the rando scrolling through like Facebook or whatever. And I feel like I do in terms of my aesthetic preferences and that kind of thing.
Attention.
Twitch user Sammy Kelsch.
Choppers.
But yeah, anyways, let's put that to one side for a moment because we've had another raid. Oh my goodness, Neo, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in. Welcome, friends. How's it going? It is lovely to see y'all. Welcome on in. Hello. Hello, Spore and Sprout. Welcome in. Neo, how was your stream? What'd you get up to today? It is lovely to see you. Let me get a shout out for you in the chat. If my chat will not is my chat freezing? No, my chat is working. Okay, hopefully there's a shout out to Neo in the chat now. Neo, how was your stream? It's lovely to see you. What'd you get up to today? Welcome. I should introduce myself again for anyone who's just come in. Hello, my name is Twitch user Sammy Kelsch. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams on Mondays and Thursdays. I do cozy game streams on Fridays and every once in a while on Sundays as well. I'm currently making our way through another run of Hollow Knight, unsurprisingly. And we're doing some Hollow Knight art as well because it's Hollow Knight Art Month. If you're not familiar with Hollow Knight, it is this little indie game that you probably haven't heard of. But it's very, very sweet. And even if you're not familiar, I think the aesthetic is quite fun to play with. So I hope that you enjoy this silly little shenanigans. Anyways, finally my browser loaded. It says, Neo, hello! I'm here too now. Hi. Hello, Neo. Welcome in. In case you didn't hear it before, in that case, thank you so very much for the raid. I very much appreciate it. It is lovely to see you, and welcome in to you and your lovely raiders. And what did you get up to today? How was your stream? I hope that everything went well. I'd love to hear all about it. I would love to share. If you have any artworks that you would like to share with us, you can whisper a link to me if you want. That would be super cool. And yeah, hello. Thank you very much for the hydrate, Sammy Ann, and thank you also for the lurk. I hope you have a lovely, lovely lurk. I'm going to take a sip of my tea, which is gently nutmeggy, very, very cozy. And if you'll forgive me for just 1 second, my foot is itchy, so I'm just going to have to attend to that real quick. Okay, I think I got it. Anyways, I probably didn't need to share that. I don't know if that was an overshare, but anyways, Turnip, thank you very much for the lurk as well. Thank you. Welcome on in. Something in my house just... Okay, I thought something in my house just made a noise, but actually it was a noise from outside out the window, but I just got really scared for a second. Because I was like, no, there's nobody else here who should be making noise. What's going on? It was out the window. That's one of the fun things about having ever so slightly compromised hearing in one ear from time to time, is that sometimes I can't quite triangulate what direction a noise is coming from. So, yeah, fun stuff. Anyway, this is Salubra, and she is the prompt word for today. She is the charm merchant in Hollow Knight, and I love her character. She's so sweet. And she's hanging out with Lem, who is another merchant. Well, he's not really a merchant. You sell stuff to him, basically. He's really sweet. Neo says, I'm working on an NPC generator for D&D. Yo, that sounds like so much fun! I figured out so far how to make it randomly give me a title, name, pronouns, religiousness, and whether the character is a local. Neo, that is super cool. That is awesome. Also, no apologies, no worries at all. Don't worry about it. But also, that is really, really cool. Oh my goodness. Thank you for letting us know about that. That sounds super awesome. Oh, that sounds like it'd be very, very, very fun to play with. I would love to see just create like a game where all the NPCs are randomly generated and like create a game out of that. That is heckin' cool. It was a spoopy ghost. There's many distractions. Oh, I don't think this house is old enough to be haunted, but I mean, technically we're not the first people to live here, so I guess it could be. If y'all give me just a second, I've just spotted a little buggy on the curtain, and I'm gonna try and gently put them outside. Okay, little buddy. Okay, little buddy. Let's go. Alright. Okay. Alright, we did it. We did it. I'm a little bit sad. It's cloudy and breezy out there today, which is no bad thing, but there's not a lot of birds making noise. And I miss that. I love our neighborhood is often very full of bird song, and it brings me so much joy when it is. But it's quite quiet from that perspective today. I see some birds. Some birds just flew past. But I'm mostly hearing, I don't know, maybe some low-flying aircraft and some people doing renovations. Just not nearly as excited. Oh no, many distractions. Just with the bug wanted to see the Hollow Knight art. Oh, now I feel bad for putting them outside. Oh. Sorens is very appropriate for a bug to appear during a Hollow Knight stream. This is indeed a very buggy game. We've got some half-finished Mantis Lords to maybe work on doing some painting of later as well. I should probably crack on with this because I really do want to get it done today. Because it is today's prompt, and I have until Thursday to finish the rest of the month, so... Chop chop! Alright, I'm gonna try and pull up a reference for what the general color scheme is of Lem's shop. Shop Hollow. I'm just pulling that up on my phone. Lem Shop Hollow Knight. Please give me a good screen cap. I have had to go back and play certain areas of the game in order to get good references for the for various like locations and backgrounds and like what colors they are and that kind of thing. Like to take screenshots of them, which has been very useful. Neo says, the bird variety always makes me happy. Yes, I agree. It's so nice to have bird song in the neighborhood. It fills me with such joy. I was about to do something, and now I can't remember what it was. Oh no. Oh no, come on, brain. I was about to do something on the computer, and oh yes, I remember what I was about to do on the computer. I'm realizing belatedly that I can't remember whether or not there should be a channel point redeem that I can't remember whether or not I enabled it. Where is it? Blap! There it is. Okay. Alright, what was I gonna say? Oh yes, I forgot to, I forgot to enable terrible drawing time, which is a channel point redeem that we have here on stream. So I have enabled that now. If you have 5,000 channel points, it is available to you again. Anyways, hello to everyone I missed while cutting fabric, says Sen. Welcome back, Sen. It's lovely to see you. One more pattern to cut out and then some gaming. Oh, sounds nice. Sounds very, very nice indeed. I think I might, if I have time this evening, I may pop into Stardew Valley for a little bit and do some farming. Because that usually soothes my stress, which is nice. Nice to be able to do. All right, I think what I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna tape this just to try and curb the degree to which the paint buckles, but it never super works out well. It usually ends up buckling anyways. But one of the joys of painting, as Bob Ross would say, is that if your painting buckles whilst you are putting a whole bunch of like watery paint on it, you can fix that quite easily after the fact by just putting it under some heavy books for a little while, and it works really, really well. Neo is doing some post-stream self-care and grabbing a lurk. Oh, I'm so sorry. I broke the painting. No, the painting's fine. Don't worry about it. The painting is slightly on the cusp, but that's okay. But I'm gonna just tape down all of these edges real nicely in the hopes that it doesn't get too warpy, but it'll probably do it anyways. Thank you again so much for the raid, Neo. I really appreciate it. Let me get you another shout out in the chat. There we go. Hopefully that'll work. Hey! Anywho. Yeah, I often find, especially with this genre of painting, that they tend to get a little bit warpy. Just because of the way that I find the most effective to paint Hollow Knight game environment, which you will see shortly if you haven't before, is to take a quite a wet approach, and because of that, just like I do in game, lashings and lashings of fight milk. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I do drink a lot of fight milk in game, let's be real. The amount of trouble I get myself into trying to drop a cheeky heal when it's probably not advisable. But listen, if my health gets to like 2 health points or less, I'm nervous. I'm not convinced that I'm going to live through this, so, Anyways, I have to say, the last prompt word, speaking of healing and just not doing a good job at playing Hollow Knight, the last prompt word for the art month this year is Path of Pain, which some of you may be familiar with. And if you're not familiar with Path of Pain, it's exactly what it sounds like. It is an area of the game that is just punishingly tricky platforming. In fact, I think they added it into the game because people were like, oh, we want more challenges. To which I'm like, why would you say such a thing? Listen, I'm still not very good at video games. I love this game, but I confess I'm not the best at it. It still took me a good few tries a few streams ago to beat Nightmare King Grim. I think we were there maybe... How many goes was it? I don't know. Maybe like 10, which is not an insignificant number. So I'm not. If you're not, Nightmare King Grim is a tricky boss. He's one of the game's bosses, but kind of he's like the harder version of that boss. There are some bosses where like you fight the boss and then you fight the dream version of them, which is basically them on like hard mode. Which is, not the easiest. Anyway, so what I'm doing, I've got this pastel shades paint pan set, which doesn't look very Hollow Knighty in nature, but you notice that there's a lot of environments and areas in the game that do actually have these sort of backgrounds and sort of ambient glows that I think really lend themselves well to just having sort of like a backdrop wash kind of these very sort of like actually quite vibrant colors. And so I actually find that this pastel set works really, really well for that. Because you get these nice pops of color poking out from the transparent washes of the sort of main darker colors that comprise most of what we're doing here. But just give it a little bit of vibrancy here and there, a little bit of life. And I find that quite fun. I find it quite fun to do. It's very satisfying because literally I'm just I'm just color and then kind of letting it fall as it will and do its thing, and you can get some really interesting results this way. But unfortunately, this takes a good few minutes to dry because there is quite a bit of water on this paper now, which means I need to very carefully undo all of this careful taping I just did. And then retape it on another surface nearby so that we can keep working on something else while this is drying. So I feel like we don't want to be literally sitting and watching paint dry for like 20 minutes. Or maybe we do. I don't know. I don't know your business. I don't know your preferences. I'm not your boss. I'm not your mom. It's all good. You can enjoy whatever you want. Anyways, okay, so I've just gone and casually taped that down over there. Hoping that that's positioned okay, because I can't really tell. Because it's not very well lit over there, but never mind. Because we've got another piece to work on, which is this very thing here. Okay, is that level? Are you level, Mr. Painting? Yeah, I reckon that's fine. That'll be fine. Okay, cool. It is what I like to call good enough. It's all good. Okay, anyways, how was everyone's weekend? What you get up to this weekend? I hope you had a good one. I hope you had a nice time. It is really nice to be back. Programming note again, you've probably already heard me talk about this, but I'm just going to mention it again in case you haven't. It is on the Discord as well, which I will link to here if you're not in the Discord and you would like to be. There's a link to the Discord here. Feel free to hop on in if you want. It's a quiet place, but we have fun there. No pressure, obviously. But I did mention briefly on the Discord when I announced this week's schedule that we will be streaming on Monday and Thursday as usual. I will not be streaming on Friday, and then I will not be streaming for 2 weeks. And that is because I am going to another country. Chris Evelyn, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on in. Thank you. Welcome. I was just saying that after this Thursday stream, I will be taking a roughly 2-week hiatus because I will be in another country. I don't know what my schedule is going to be. I don't know what the internet situation is going to be like, so I felt it prudent to just not make any plans that I would end up not being able to keep. Also, I'm going to be 5 hours behind the time zone that I am right now. So, I will be spending that time instead, spending quality time with my family, who I haven't seen in a couple of years, and also hopefully seeing some friends, hopefully eating lots of foods that you can't find in the UK that I miss from Canada, turning a significant age on the 25th. My birthday is the 25th, by the way. No pressure, but just letting you know. Hint, hint, wink, wonk. I'm kidding. But yeah, Turnip says, enjoy your wonderful trip. Aw, thank you. And thank you so much for the unlurk and the relurk as well. Much appreciated. This is very sweet. Thank you. But yeah, so I'll be away for a couple of weeks. Hopefully, my plan is to, when I return, to do a belated stream extravaganza type situation for my belated birthday. Because I'm not going to be here on my birthday. I'm going to be in another country and I will not be able to stream. So, we'll be doing that belatedly, but there will be a birthday stream. And I do aim to do something silly and stupid for it, I hope. I'm not sure exactly what day it will be. It might be, I don't know if Monday's an appropriate day to have a big exciting stream extravaganza. Maybe I should ease myself in and then have the big stream party on Thursday. Just cause I might still be a bit jet lagged on Monday. I might want to just ease myself back into remembering how to stream, actually. So now that I'm saying it out loud, that's probably the right idea. Mantis Lords Hollow Knight. I am just looking up a screen cap of the old Mantis Lords fight situation because I have not finished sketching in these weird chairs, and I can't remember how many doodad ding dongs they've got on their antlers. So I don't think they are antlers because they're bugs, obviously, so they don't have antlers, but they look kind of like antlers to me, so I don't know, they're antlers now. Okay, I think it's like it goes 1, 2, and then 3, I think, so. This is going to be kind of asymmetrical, but hopefully not too terrible. And 1, 2, 3. There we go. And a 1, 2, and 3. There. Yeah, that's not that bad. That's not that bad, actually. I was really worried how these were going to turn out, but actually they're not that bad. And 1, 2, and 3. Come on. There we go. And a 1, 2, and 3. Cool. Okay, good. The other thing was that I couldn't decide whether or not I wanted to give this one like a, I think I am going to give them, because a number of these little friends have a coffee or some such. So I think I'm going to give this one also a little cup of nice fight milk latte. There we go. Deliciousness. Because why? I don't know. Because I can. Maybe there's a little bit of there's a little overflow of fight milk foam coming out of the cup, because why not? And how do these chairs work at the back? It's kind of mirroring the shapes of their antlers, basically, but in chair form. They're in the first reference that I pulled up here. They're actually standing, so I can't really see what the backs of the chairs look like. Let me see. Can I find one where one of them is like not sitting? Okay, I found one that's like a screen cap of the actual fight, so you can see what the chair looks like when they're not sitting in it, which is really, really nice and illustrative, actually. So let me just draw that in. Like so. Okay, so it is kind of just like that. They're fairly straightforward, but there's some nice kind of details happening on them. Looks like there's a little like footrest portion here that they're actually just kind of perching their little feet on, which I think is a really cute feature. I really like that. Delicious, delicious fight milk latte. I wonder what flavor. Is it limited edition blue raspberry, perchance? Oh, it could be. It might be. Why not? Anyways. I feel like there is a part of me that wants to attempt to, like, make blue raspberry fight milk. there is another part of me that is sure that it would be kind of gross. So I haven't. Do any of these chairs match each other? Or do they all kind of look correct, but they're all kind of different? Yes. Do I mind? No. Maybe let's just pretend that in this version of the Hollow Knight universe, all of these little creatures are slightly different heights. You know, maybe they're triplets, but they're not identical triplets. There we go. What I wanted to do with this chair is I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to do it like, because my idea for this being that they essentially built an extra little high chair for the little guy to come hang out with them when they happen to be passing through the area. And so I thought, what if the like little sort of feature at the top of the high chair looks like the little guy's little antlers? So they know that, hey buddy, this chair is for you. That's how much they respect them, you know? I just think that would be sweet. I think that'd be cute. I don't know if that is, like, too silly, too cute. I don't know. I'm just realizing I didn't actually draw in the hem of this one's little poncho. So I'll do that now. There we go. So we can see that they don't just have infinite garment, which doesn't make sense. And once again, am I going to want to... Oh, man. Do I have a lot to mask off in this, please? Unofficial Mantis Lord. Exactly. Oh, they've achieved a sweet little honorary title. How cute is that? That's really, really cute. Okay. I'm gonna mask this off and then put down some initial colors as well. Because there are some really pretty gradients happening in the background of the Mantis Lord's area. If you can see, there's like sort of a green, and then there's like little flecks of like, I guess, spore sort of floating around in the air. So I might want to try and represent that as well if I can. And I do have an idea on how to do that, so we'll see if I can get it to work well. But that is perfect amount of cute, actually, says Neo. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. That's very kind. Hoping that... Okay, the first painting is still a little bit wet, but it is drying quite quickly, so we should be able to get to layer 2 once we finished this, this mask off. Now, I'm not going to mask off the chair, because actually the sort of foggy gradient does seem to kind of cover the chair as well. And I'm not bothering to mask off their legs, because their legs are just sort of black lines anyway. If memory serves. Are there... Oh, geez, hold on. I want to look again to make sure I'm not misremembering what they look like. Nope, their legs are indeed basically just black lines. Okay, nice and easy. Awesome sauce. I also like that they're just kind of chilling in their little seats, using their little armrests and stuff here. It just feels very cozy. I was worried about these guys. I actually, when I initially sketched this out, the POV was actually a little further away, and I decided to bring it closer just because their heads are so tiny that, like, they were too small from a further... When you could see, like, the entire sort of, like, height of the chairs, their heads were so tiny that I was like, you're not even going to be able to see that they have eyes. This is too little. So I'm going to need to bring it in a little bit, and I think that was the right call. And I am much happier with it now. Okay. I shall mask off the little guy as well. You would think that, considering the number of times I have drawn them, that it would just be like, you know, hitless first try drawing the little guy, and yet you would be surprised. The number of times I'm like, nope, their head is too big for their body, gotta redraw, or their body is a weird shape, or, oh no, I made their head too circular, or I made their head too square, or etc, etc. it's such, I think partially because there is such a, especially with the design of like the knight, there is such an economy of details. Like there's not a lot, like there are some important details happening in the character design, obviously, but there aren't very many like details in general, and as such it kind of forces you to get those few details right if you want them to look like themselves, you know. So that is kind of a big challenge. Oh no, now I'm thinking about big challenges. Does anybody else, I don't think they've ever, I don't think there's really any like media of them, but a while ago I found out about the Sanrio character Big Challenges and I kind of fell in love. Do y'all know about Big Challenges, the Sanrio character? I mean, for one thing, their name is Big Challenges. And thing two, they are just a sweet little alligator that looks like they're trying their best. I'm gonna find you a picture of Big Challenges because I think everyone should know that Big Challenges is a character that exists. Sanrio. Like I would make fan art of Sanrio Big Challenges on stream if I felt like it was a character that they wouldn't, you know, slap a lawsuit at me for doing. I don't see a lot of Sanrio character fan art, and I feel like I feel like maybe they're really litigious about it. But, like, I mean, look at Big Challenges. One of the first results on Google for Big Challenges is a change.org petition to Sanrio to bring back Big Challenges. Because look at them. I think this character is relatable to a lot of, I don't know. Maybe this character is only relatable to, like, neurodivergent elder millennials like me. But they are very relatable to me as a neurodivergent elder millennial. I'm like, yes, I too experience big challenges, and that's exactly how I feel, little buddy. Anyways, I adore big challenges. They're so cool. Turnip says, I forgot about big challenges, but I love them. Big challenges is just... it's an unusual, I think, Sanrio character in many ways, but honestly, my favorite. I love big challenges, and, they are the best. Excuse me. Anyways. But yeah, if it were up to me, you would be able to walk into, like, any of those, like, claw machine arcades in Tokyo, and for just 5,000 yen, win yourself a Big Challenges plush. I say this because, let's be real, you always end up spending more money than the actual, you know, monetary value of the item in those arcades. And yet, am I still susceptible to them? Yes. Mostly for, you know, in my defense, for the most part, if I'm using one of those thems, it is one of the, like, it is one of those machines that you get more, like, at the British seaside, because that's where I live, where you just put, like, 2p in a machine, and you have a chance of winning some additional 2p coins, or possibly, like, one little sort of, like, weird piece of tat, like a sticker or something, have definitely sunk inordinate amounts of cash into those to win things like, oh, where did they go? Oh, geez, I had some little friends of the stream here, but I think possibly they got relocated because we needed space for more of my partner's Warhammer paints. But but I have a couple of Erzatz Pokemon figurines that I got out of those 2p like, you know, sort of gambling arcade machines. Sen, I love this and you. Oh my goodness. Yes. 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 Where did they go? I'm gonna have to try and remember to ask my moderator / spouse when he gets home, because I don't have time to look for, Bulbasoup and, Snorlax right now, because I don't know where they went. Okay, it doesn't matter. Anyways, there's, wherever they are, I'm sure they're safe. We have a terrible drawing time. So, which is my favorite. I love this name so much. I love this name so much. Oh my goodness. So for anyone who's new here, who's not familiar, terrible drawing time is this. It is a feature of the stream of sorts, wherein for 5,000 channel points, I've got 5 minutes or less to draw a character or concept of your choosing from memory or sight unseen on the terrible drawing canvas. This is our current canvas. I think the most recent thing that we drew was the little guy from Hollow Knight doing some Hollow Knight fan art for Hollow Knight Art Month, as you do. And the lovely Sen has requested in chat Fitzgoblin Darcy, which I love this prompt so much. I love this prompt so much. Okay. Or was it Anana? It might have been Anana making a questionable pizza, which, if you're not familiar with Anana, here is an artist's rendering. But he's also right here. Anana is, a friend of the stream, who very dutifully holds my paintbrushes for me and is just a really lovely little guy. Anyways, making some, oh god, there are some things happening on this pizza. There is some tinned fish, tinned peaches, capers, and the cheese is under the sauce. I was asked to make a bad pizza, so I tried. And indeed, he doesn't feel good about it. He says, je regrette tout là. Because he's like, I don't want to make a bad pizza. Anyways, Turnip says, I was on holiday with the fam a couple of years back. We cleared out the penny drop machines of all the toys in them. Good job. But also, oh my god, that must have cost you so much money. Anyways, Many Distractions has offered a very stinky looking cheese. Thank you. My pencil. Look at the size of this freaking thing. It is getting teensy. I'm going to have limited art supplies with me when I travel, and I just hope that this pencil is going to last me long enough to not run out of art supplies while I'm there. Oh, joy. So, let me get 5 minutes on the clock, and I will try and draw, having I don't, is this I don't know what the deal is with Fitzgoblin Darcy, but I love their name, so we're gonna draw Fitzgoblin Darcy in 5 minutes or less, starting now. Okie dokie. So, I'm just gonna do a nice little portrait of Fitzgoblin Darcy over here, I think, just at the bottom of the doodad. We were good at the machines and had a lot of 2Ps as a result. Oh my goodness. It's like the least useful, like, piece of currency as well, pretty much. Oh no. Anyways, okay, I'm going to attempt to draw a little goblin buddy. So there's a happy little goblin nose. And then some very happy big goblin ears. And when I say happy, I mean, obviously, listen. Lil Fitzgoblin here is trying their best. Truly they are. Gonna give them some period-appropriate sideburns here, and period appropriate, wispy sort of little haircut, as you do. And then, let's see, can I give them a nice tall cravat? Some handsome little ruffles there. Little shoulders. Hands politely folded. Maybe some nice little shirt ruffles. And, I think I want to give them like a waistcoat situation and then a jacket on the outside. There we go. And obviously they are just sitting very politely for their little goblin-y portrait. And you know what? I don't care if it's a little bit out of fashion by this point. I'm gonna give them little knee breeches because, damn it, I think knee breeches are cute, okay? They're my favorites. So, tough biscuits. Do their legs make sense? No, just let's pretend that they do. And I'm gonna put them in little booties. Because I think little booties is a choice. And then they're just sitting on a little... They're just sitting on a little, probably very tall chair for them, because obviously they're a little goblin. Got a little blush just on the tips of their ears. Maybe on their cheeks as well. And I've got like a minute. I've got a minute left on the clock. I realized that the canvas is just falling out of the screen, so you couldn't actually see the little feet. Damn it! Sen says, Mr. Fitzgoblin Darcy is a wealthy young gentle goblin with an income exceeding £10,000 a year, and the proprietor of Goblinly, a large estate in Goblinshire. Yes. Many Distractions says, I like biscuits. I could not agree more, Many Distractions, and I wish I had one right now. Aw, beans. Actually, their jacket might be probably kind of longish, so it's probably covering up the sort of back of the chair, and I'm gonna shade it in as well, just because I think it might look better if we've got some colors happening here. But oh, get a load of this little gentle goblin. I reckon this little guy is a real silly so-and-so, but he's trying his best, and I really hope that he meets a nice, spirited young goblin that I don't know, they can be mutually awkward together with, but eventually fall in love. The end. This is Fitzgoblin Darcy. I hope you like them. I wanted to offer a Ship's Biscuit in these trying times for the last time. Oh no, is that a sub one, not a follower one? I'm sorry, Sen. Have a jam donut instead. I do appreciate the jam donuts. They are indeed delicious. Anyways, this is Fitzgoblin Darcy, and I think this might be one of my favorite terrible drawing times to date. Oh no. Anyways, Sen, I hope you're happy. Fitzgoblin Darcy. Anyways, that's just the best name that any character has ever had ever in anything. I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. Back to painting the Hollow Knight. Okay. Let's go. Now, I like the idea of there being a little footrest on this chair, but just that the little guy is so tittle that their legs can't reach it. 'Cause I'm cool like that. Anyways, I think I might get this washed down and then take a quick break. But I will I will do a little bit more painting first. Okay. So we get to do a fun kind of gradient of blue to green situation happening here. Oh, shoot! There was... Okay, I'm going to tape it down, but there's one more thing I was going to do. The ship name generator from the game Anno 1800 gave me that name. That is fantastic. Maybe I should play that game. I know that they mean like anno is in like Latin for year in this game series, but whenever I read it, my brain just goes anno as in like the Japanese word for basically like well. Because yeah. Not that I speak much of either Latin or Japanese, but never mind. I'd love to be at least vaguely conversant in Japanese, but that's because I have family-in-law who live there, and at some point we're gonna have to go actually visit, because there is a dog. There is a dog in the beautiful city of Sendai who is my niece, and I haven't met her yet. So we have to go visit. Anyways, which is a very normal, like, reason to go visit someone, right? Please say yes. Please say that's normal. Anyways, I love doggo. I will be seeing my nephew dog in the next week or so. He is a Canadian Italian greyhound named Simon. He is a lovely older gentleman. He can't see very well anymore. And I don't know if he can hear very well anymore, but he's kind of chill and just likes to kind of hang out and take naps. So yeah, he's such a good boy. He's living his best life though. He's very happy. Which makes me happy because yeah. I'm his auntie, and I love him very much, and I miss him so much. He's such a good boy. Oh, sweet little guy. Very happy I get to see him again soon. Anyways, before I do that, I want to just... There are some little sort of like spore sort of splodges hanging around about the... will you splat? There's so much on you. Please just do some little splodges. Okay, I actually just hit the canvas there, which was not my intention. But, just trying to get some little flecks of weird glowy floaty bits here and there. Maybe I will actually just go ahead and just kind of randomly just touch some masking fluid here and there. And actually I might want to pick up some of these very heavy blobs because I think they might be a little bit too thick. But that should do. Just wants to be random, but not too random. Anyways, Borf, says Betty Distracted. That's dog for yes. Sentences I can introduce myself with name, but not the polite rest of sentences, and ask where the toilet is. Those are the most important things. Is that in Latin or in Japanese? As with so many languages, I mostly know words for food in Japanese, and I know a couple of sort of pleasantries. And I know like important things to say. Like, someone asks me a question in a shop, and I just answer with daijoubu desu. Hopefully, whatever I said it's okay to is indeed okay. Probably not the best strategy, but listen. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Can I pick up... Can I just pick some of this up? Because there's just there's way more masking fluid blobbed onto there than you need. You really only need a fairly thin coat. Anyways, my moderator slash spouse has come home. Oh, sorry if there's been a lighting change. But apparently I was sitting in the dark. Well, it wasn't dark when I started streaming, so, oops. Anyways. But yes, I shall pick up a little bit more of this, excess masking fluid, in part just because it'll help it dry faster if there's not super thick globs. But I'm gonna go say hi to my moderator slash spouse, so one moment please. Hey there.
Hello. Yeah, not bad.
Lovely to see you. Welcome home. Hi.
Hey, baby.
Hi, baby.
No more.
Hi.
No.
Okay. Unfortunately, it's very fun to say. Anyways. Is that good?
Okay.
Okay. I gotta go paint. I love you. Hi. Hi, everybody. Sorry about that. But not too sorry, because it was my moderator slash spouse, and I'd be remiss if I did not greet them with the appropriate amount of, attention and love. For anyone who isn't familiar, Twitch user Sludge Callier is my moderator, and we're also married. They just came home. Yay. Now, what was I gonna do? Oh, yeah. There was an area where I see that the masking fluid's super overspilled, and actually I think the easiest way to deal with it is just to kind of peel it back a little bit there, rather than take it off and reapply it, because that just feels like too much effort, and like it wouldn't work very well. So I'm gonna vamp for a second while that definitely dries down. This is looking really good for a first pass, I think. I'm very happy with that. We will be adding some shade to that next. But first, we need to color this in, and I just want to make sure that these are not still wet. And they are a little bit. Fantastic. Okay. Ugh. I know. I'm being so impatient here. I'm just like, I want to paint. I want to do it now, damn it. Okay, especially if I use a very light touch, I think we should be okay. So I'm just going to make a start. And start filling in the bits. I just want to have some interesting colors on them. Namely, not the Mantis Lords or the little guy, but everything else is fair game. Doo-doo-doo. Anyways. This is, if I had to pick, I would say that the Mantis Lords is one of my favorite fights in the game. It's such a nice time. It's just it wasn't one of the ones that was, insanely, because it's a fairly early sort of major boss fight, but it's not insanely difficult. I didn't get stuck on it for like 3 hours or anything like that. But even though it wasn't punishingly difficult, it was very satisfying to do. Like the movements, the attacks that your opponents do, the rhythm of the whole thing, just immensely satisfying. My moderator slash spouse has brought me a sweetie. Thank you.
I got some custom dice.
Oh, custom dice.
And
Nice.
it came with a sticker.
Oh, they came with a sticker.
And
That is so cute. And hello. Hello. That's adorable. Oh, look at his little curly tail. That is so cute.
I had no idea why, but
You know what? We have a new friend now, and I love them. Turtle Francis, and yes. Don't lose it. Very, very, very cute.
and a random dice with a QR code that I assume goes
And a
back
random
to
dice with a QR code that probably this is probably the dice shop's website or something.
So feel free to zoom in.
So feel free if you want to visit the dice shop, feel free to gank that QR code, I suppose. Boop that pink snoot, says Sen. It is a very cute little snoot. It's a little out of reach for me, but I'm still gonna just give it a distant boop. Okay, I did it.
So, hello, Sam.
I
And
miss-
anybody else who's here, by the way, not just... Don't play favourites.
Indeed. Hopefully you heard that on my moderator / spouse just said hello. Now then, shall we attempt to put some color on this this here bad boy? I think we should. What I'm gonna do in the first instance is that I need to make a kind of green color, but the greens that I have like an artichoke green, but it's kind of like a dirty, like brownish green. But this one is a little bit too blue. So I'm going to combine it with a little bit of a lemon yellow to make a brighter green color. And then I'm going to kind of see if I can gradient that into like a turquoise blue. So we've got a little bit of both going on. And I think that will look quite on brand and quite nice. Sen says hi, honey bunch. He says hi again. All right. So I'm going to start up here and just, oh damn, this canvas is wet. Oh geez. I mean, this should hopefully make for some interesting subtle but evident patterns in the sort of background color of the piece, I hope. We'll see how we get on with it. Also, wow, despite being taped way down, this paper just desperately wants to buckle, because I think I maybe was a little bit heavy-handed with the water in the first place, but never mind. It really doesn't matter in the long run. It's all fine. And again, the paint will kind of flow as it will, and it's always a fun time, just kind of letting it and letting the two colors kind of blend out into each other, and just seeing where they want to end up, how they want to be, in what concentrations, in what areas, and not being too precious about it. Ultimately, this is all going to get covered up by other stuff anyway, so if it's a little bit rough, a little bit scruffy, it doesn't matter. This is just to give, and in fact, you know, I feel like my pieces for this month are all a little bit, well, I mean, I am speed running it, so they're all a little bit sort of impressionistic. I'm using more sort of like gradients as backgrounds this time round, in part just because I don't have time to put masses of background details to the extent that like the backgrounds in the games might be in some areas, just because I don't have time. You know, I'm trying to complete 31 entire illustrations in 17 days, which when you're someone who also has other commitments in their life, that's kind of a lot. Especially because, I'll be perfectly honest with you, I am not the fastest worker at like the best of times, so doing this much it's a lot. But okay, I think this looks pretty cute. I'm gonna let this kind of chillax for a bit, and we're gonna pop back to today's prompt, because we also really need to finish this one. So here we are, taping it back down. Yay! Silly, thank you very much for the lurk. Hope you have a lovely lurk. Thank you. Speaking of lurks, I am going to, before we get started on this, I am going to drop a quick be right back. So please enjoy the BRB screen in the meantime. Enjoy the BRB song in the meantime, which is playing. Okay, and I'll be back in a minute. You're all breathtaking. Hey friends, I'm back. Hello. Shall we continue painting this little scene? I do believe we shall. Or, you know, at the very least I shall try. Anyways. Hope you had a good BRB. How is everyone, by the way? How was your weekend? Did you do anything cool? Did you do anything fun? Did you have a nice time? I hope you had a nice time. I think my weekend was nice, but my weekend was fraught as well. Unsurprisingly, I did a lot of painting. Because, you know, I've got all this gubbins to crack on with. And I did quite a bit of that this weekend. But also, I missed out on a number of significant things that happened this weekend. There was a big event that I had wanted to go to, but elected not to because I knew it was going to be...
Twitch user Sammy Kelch.
Never mind, we got a raid! Much more importantly, Joe is here! Hello, Joe! Welcome on in! Hello, hello! I'm just cleaning my palette off. I'm so sorry. Let me, say hello properly. Hi, welcome on in. My camera is doing something weird. There seems to be a slight delay, so I do apologize for that. Oh, it's disconnected? Oh no! Hello? Hello? Oh, what embarrassing circumstances for a raid to come in on. Hi, Joe. Welcome on in. It's lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? How is your stream? I finally get to raid you, says Joe. I am so honored to be blessed with a Joe raid. Welcome on in, everybody. Hello, hello. It's lovely to see you. Let me get a shout out for you in the chat, Joe. If you're not familiar with the lovely Joe, aka Angel SK here, please do go consider giving her a follow. Because Joe's awesome. And plays some really, really cool games, and generally a bunch of stuff I've never heard of that turns out to be super rad. So, if you like cool games and a cool person to hang out with, definitely go check out Joe. Give her lots and lots of love. Joe's great. Go do. Anyways, how was your stream? What did you get up to today? What were you doing? It's lovely to see you. Also, Leaky, hello, welcome in. How's everyone doing? It is lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. They are the best. It is very true. Joe says today was Assassin's Creed Mirage, not so obscure. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I haven't played it, so it's obscure-ish to me, because I know it's an Assassin's Creed, and believe it or not, I'm familiar with it. I streamed Assassin's Creed Black Flag, so I do know Assassin's Creeds, but I haven't played Mirage. How was it? How was your Assassin's Creed Mirage situation? Was it a good one? I am day streaming instead of day drinking, and honestly, I think that's probably a healthier strategy. All things considered, probably a better choice. But also very, very lovely to see you. Let me get another shout out for Joe in the chat because I could do too. And once again, if you're not already following Joe, go do that. They're super great. And they do very cool games and fun streams. Job hunting starts next week. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I wish you all the very best in finding something awesome and cool that makes you feel happy and fulfilled. Hell yeah. Love that for you. Though I do have, oh no, do not love for you that you've got an annoying cough. I'm very sad to hear that. I'm so sorry. Boo earns. I hope that goes away soon. If I could redeem hydrate on my own stream for other people, I would do a hydrate redeem for you. So there you go. Anyways, I blame pollen, says Joe. It is indeed that time of year, and also the weather has been acting up. There have been some serious weather shenanigans happening out and about lately, which tend to mess with me. In fact, I've got this plaster on because when the weather goes above a certain temperature, oftentimes my skin reacts badly to it, especially on my hands. And one of the consequences of this is that it ends up getting really dry, which means it's more susceptible to paper cuts, which is what happened right here. And what is with this heat? I know. It's cooled down quite a bit here now. Like it's breezy and probably I would say somewhere in the teens, but it was up to like the mid-20s for days and just like I was uncomfortably warm in the sun. Like, I normally am uncomfortably warm in the sun anyways, but, you know, when the weather turns over about 21 degrees, it just goes from, like, sort of pleasant warm sunlight to, ow, this actively hurts me. It's getting cooler and wetter soon. I know. Just in time for me going traveling as well. It's gonna be rainy, apparently, when we're in Canada. Last time we visited Canada was the winter time, and we resolved not to go in the winter time again because there was a huge snowstorm and it was a real hassle and it meant that we didn't get to do much. And now this time, it's gonna rain quite a bit, so I don't know if that's gonna hamper our plans quite as much, but, you know, if we can hit up, like, the local pool a couple times, visit the supermarket, go ride some public transit, I'll probably be a happy camper, so no complaints from me. No complaints at all. It's all good. Hey, sunshine. My moderator / spouse has just entered the room. Where's my thunder? Says Joe. I don't know, but perchance it's on the way. I don't know what the weather forecast is like for where you are.
Did we have thunder?
Did we have thunder?
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't heard thunder.
Okay.
Have we had rain today?
I haven't.
We do have bird song now, though. You know, I was talking earlier about how there wasn't any bird song. The bird song is back. I don't know if you can hear it on mic. I'll get real quiet for a second.
Tweet, 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 tweet.
Oh my god, it's so melodic. Oh my god, sweetheart, as soon as you said that, the birds started tweeting outside.
I'm the bird speaker.
He's the bird speaker.
Or whatever the pulse whisperer.
He's the bird whisperer. Oh my goodness. It's so silly. Alright, anyways, the main sort of shade note of this is probably closest to this shadow purple. So I'm using, again, the Shadow Black Gansai set, which is various colors, but they all sort of like darkened down to black, basically. But I'm going to be using various amounts of them to get the results we're after today. So, you can tell that I use this palette mostly for Hollow Knight Art Month because the bluish black and the purplish black, which reads as quite gray sometimes, are the ones I've used the most of, and there's a lot of blue in this game, and there's a lot of gray in this game, so these are the ones that get the most action. I do like the purplish black as kind of a stand-in for gray as well. It's gonna look a little bit more purple on this because obviously we've got this sort of like lilac, orchid tones happening behind it, which will influence. Oh, and I've splushed a little bit of the paint onto the canvas already, which is fine. It'll blend in. So not too concerned about it. I have my own bird song, says Sen. Oh, love that for you. And cricket season has started as well. Okay, sorry. So for anyone who isn't aware, I live in the United Kingdom, as you can tell by my accent. Sorry. And when I hear cricket season, I think like test matches and that kind of gubbins when I hear cricket season, which I don't think is what Sen meant. But it's where my brain went, because that's where I live. Which is very funny. Anyways. But yes, cricket season, that's cool. Don't really see a lot of crickets around here. Used to get crickets back in the old country, though. Though we also, back in the old country, at certain times of year, more so in sort of like the high summer, we would get like cicadas, which, if you're not familiar with the sound that cicadas make, it is, there's a certain very short period of the year where it is so oppressively loud. Oh my goodness gracious, and it is weird. And it is, I can't say that I miss it, per se. But it is interesting. Maybe I do kind of miss it. No, I don't think I do. But it is definitely an experience, to say the least. I kind of want to unpaint parts of this window pane, but I also want it to dry relatively quickly. Oh, I've got competing interests happening here. Oh, no. Samantha says, are you suggesting other people do not mean the sport when they talk about cricket season? Samantha, you do know that crickets are also like little creatures, right? Quite appropriate for this, actually, because they're bugs. Some nights it made it hard to fall asleep with the open window, says Sen. Yeah, the insecty kind. In the new bedroom, it is more manageable, says Sen, because it is no longer next to a big field. Oh, a big field will do it. A big field will do it. All the little cricket noises. Oh my goodness, they can get pretty loud as well. I'm just remembering the sounds that the cicadas make was just sort of like not quite like that, but it is it's not pretty. They're making the sound all night. Yup. I got into the habit some years ago of falling asleep with like an electric fan running, both for like air circulation and keeping myself comfortable, but also for I put my brush in the wrong pan. But that's fine because I was going to blend these two together anyways for this table. It has a slightly warmer tone to it, so I wanted to kind of combine a bit of the purple with some of the reddish black for it and see how that looked. But yeah, I sleep with an electric fan running, and I find it at this stage kind of essential to feeling good and falling asleep, because otherwise it can be a little bit loud. And when I say loud, I mean just not being able to block out all of the little noises, and therefore they kind of, like, my brain reads all of the little sounds that I can hear as loud. And I can't tune them out, and I can't focus on falling asleep. And having a fan running really helps with that. But also it keeps me a comfortable temperature, which I appreciate and enjoy. Okay. So that's that color. What else can I do? This bit is starting to dry down, which is good because I think I want to give it a little second coat with this sort of reddish hue as well. Yeah. So that's a thing. This table annoyingly has a lot of sort of shading and dimension to it. It's work. Why? Why I do this to myself? I don't know. Anyways, it's all fine. But yeah. Oh goodness. There is, I think one of the things that I don't miss about the old country was the June bugs. Because the June bugs were these big, stupid things that would just, like, continuously, like, try and fly into the window when the lights were on. I think they must be attracted to the light, but you would just hear, like, ding, 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 during the period that they were active. Thankfully, they have a very short active period, but that active period, you just called ding, 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 ding. Oh, little guys, you cannot come in the house. We did not invite you. And you're just, why are you hitting yourselves? No. So stressful. Anyways, I think I might actually just in the interest of impatience, I'm just gonna blot this down a little bit just there so that I can give this a second coat with this, like, reddish color, like so. And I'm also gonna try and get the kind of shading into this bit, because I think it's drying faster than the stuff up here, which I would like to dry fast as well, because I really want to finish this painting tonight. Anyways, it's fine. In other news, the Mantis Lords still wet. But I think the background looks good, so at least there's that. Right, I think for the kind of shading on this bit, I want to, if I can make this a little purpler, I think the shading will work better. So I'm gonna add some more. You know what? I'm just gonna make these two into one massive puddle. And do it that way. There we go. Why not? You know what? It works. Okay. And again, I'm doing a very simplified version of this. Just in the interest of, speedrun strats, all that jazz. So if it looks a little bit weird as a result, it'll be fine. There we go, that'll do. Ah! This is the friend that came home with us from the hotel that we stayed in for my husband's birthday, a few weeks ago. We have 3 of this little duck now because we've stayed at the same hotel and they always give you a rubber duck. But I don't mind that, because they're very, very cute. Anyways, this hotel was nice, and they have a pool, and they give us a duck. I like the duck. The duck is squishy. The duck is a friend. And, yeah, they've got a cute little boop. Boop. Very, very cute. Mwah! Gonna give them a little kissy on the top of their head. Okay, anyways. Sorry about that. Is it starting to dry? Yeah, I'd say it's starting to dry. Okay, cool. Cool. Am I getting a little cognizant of the fact that I should probably be speedrunning this a little bit faster today? Yes. We're not working the fastest. I don't think I ever introduced myself after Joe's raid because I was like, Joe's here, and was just really distracted by that. So if anyone's new here and I didn't introduce myself, hi. I do art streams on Mondays and Thursdays, and I do cozy game streams on Friday mornings, and every once in a while on a Sunday as well. Hello, welcome in. We're doing Hollow Knight Art Month this month rather. And this prompt word was Salubra, who is the name of this very, very, very lovely little character who is one of my absolute faves, and I just think that she's the best. And I'm right about that, so there. Okay. I think I can safely kind of start just roughing in these like furniture shapes in the background. Again, this is going to be very, very much economizing on details here. Just because we want to get everything done. That doesn't mean we're not compromising on, like, quality or vision or anything like that. Just trying to keep things somewhat manageable and a little sketchy, which I think has worked out fairly well so far. So, that's fine. We've got the little, like, window frames here. I will go over these with a little bit of additional detail later on as well. It's just dark enough that I've lost some of my, like, pencil sketches for this portion. So I can't quite see what my pencils were doing, which is super helpful. Love that for me. But also, if this bit is kind of fading off into the distance, that's okay too. Yeah, I think I might fill in kind of the walls. Make the walls a little bit darker. And then we'll add in some details on, like, the bookshelf and then hopefully we can look at actually painting in Salubra and Lem. They've been so patient with me this entire time, which I really appreciate. There we go. Okay, this is already starting to feel a little bit more like a scene, which is nice, because obviously it is meant to be a scene. I always say, oh, I'm going to keep things really light and sketchy and not do a lot of detail for these pieces, and then inevitably I end up painting an entire scene with a nice detailed background, and I go, oh, how did this happen? Why did I do this to myself again? And the answer is I can't help it. It cannot be helped. Just dotting that in the hopes that it blends out a little bit better. Okay. All right. shall we add some objects, some little objet to the bookshelves in the background there? I think we ought to. Let me pick up some more of this purpley color, because he's got quite a collection of sort of gubbins and goodies and all kinds of neat things. So maybe let's pop some of them onto this shelf. Maybe he's got just some little books. Various sizes of tome. And if they kind of blur together, it's fine. I am not doing another set of fully populated bookshelves. If anyone wasn't here for the... Was it the entire month of March, was it? That we spent doing nothing but, this? Which I don't regret at all. I had a lot of fun doing, but it just took so stinking long. It took so long to paint all these books. I love this piece. It is very special to me. Partly because it took so long. Not doing that again for a very, very long time. Possibly not ever. I don't know. Maybe he's got some funky little circular bits that he's kind of stacked up on top of each other. I don't know. I've been doing quite a few shelves. There's quite a few, like, shelves that make an appearance in-game. So I've done a few sets of, like, shelves and stuff. So this is another set of shelves and stuff, I think. How are these balanced on top of each other? Nobody knows, but Lem has arranged it like a... like a... Oh, what's it? Like, it's like Jenga. It's like a Jenga. Anyways, okay, what else is maybe he's got some little, like, funky ornamental bottles and stuff. So here's one. It's a little misshapen, but, you know, it's got the spirit. There we go, funky little ornamental bottle of some kind. Maybe another one of his little Hallow Nest seals is hanging out on this shelf. There we go. It doesn't really look like a Hallow Nest seal, but never mind. I promise it is. And next to that is, I don't know, maybe, oh, a prize arcane egg, maybe, or something. Not an arcane Scotch egg this time, just a regular arcane egg. And I've got another shelf down here, and maybe just a couple more books. Because books is just rectangles. And honestly, that's kind of nice and easy for me to draw, but I feel like it's reasonably effective. And I love an easy but reasonably effective, you know? That just hits real good. Okay. Awesome sauce. That sauce is so awesome. Good job, me. Gonna just water this down a smidge, because I noticed that I don't think I got quite enough paint in between. You sort of bits are masking through that. I'll do. That's better. Okay. I might put a couple of little, once it's a little bit, it's still a little bit wet. When it's just a shade drier than it is right now, I might just go ahead and put some, like, emphasis lines, little emphasis line weight around, like, the window frames and sort of the details that have been completely lost on the walls and the shelves and what have you, just so they're a little bit more defined. But in the meantime, what I will do is paint in this countertop, which does not want to be pastel pink, actually, believe it or not. As much as I think that's a lovely color, and I think that Lem and Salubra would both really appreciate it. I think they'd be like, oh ho ho ho, that's a lovely color, where did you find that? Anyways. For those of you who are friends of Hollow Knight who are here, what's your favorite NPC? I know this is a tough question, and I feel almost mean asking it, but I don't care. Who's your favorite NPC? I ask the question, and then I absolutely struggle to answer it for myself, so, I don't know. I guess there's some question hypocrisy happening on stream today. I'm so sorry. Oh no. Oh no. I apologize for that. Okay. I'm gonna clean up this bit of the canvas because I don't think I need any more of this color. At least I hope I don't need any more of this color because I'm getting rid of it. So, oh well. Thank you for your service. Okay. There we go. Now, right. I think this should be a slightly thicker, slightly darker blackish purple. Hopefully. Because I think this bit's fairly dry, so I should, with any luck, be able to just do some gentle line weight. Oh, it's bleeding. It's bleeding. It's bleeding. I didn't wait long enough. I'm being very impatient here. Oh no. Oh no, it bled. Okay. That's gonna need to sit for a minute, actually. Beans! Ah, I really wanna... I'm so impatient. I want to finish this now, damn it. But, apparently that ain't in the cards. Okay, fine. I'll just wait, I guess, because it is still a little bit dampish. We'll just vamp for a minute. Assuming we're excluding once we fight like Vampire Boyfriend and Hornet, Mila maybe, says Samantha. Oh, Mila, my beloved. Mila, my sweet friend. Singing her little tune. Mila is one of the prompts for Hollow Knight Art Month. In case anyone was thinking of doing any of the prompts. This is what I did for Mila. There she is. La la la, just singing a happy tune. She's filled up her rucksack with as many crystals as she can carry, and she's off to cash it in for, I don't know, like a house or something. Because, yeah, I don't know. If it were up to me, everyone would live happily ever after, and maybe that would be a less satisfying game. I don't know, but I would enjoy it because that's the kind of baby I am. No, but seriously, I think the narrative of Hollow Knight is beautifully crafted. Like, 10 out of 10, no notes. But, if it were up to me, everybody lives happily ever after, damn it, because as I say, I'm a baby. And I get sad a lot, so, I like things that aren't sad. Okay. Just a little piece of unknown furniture over here just to pad out the space. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know. I really go back and forth as to who my favorite NPC in the game would be. It's a really tough choice. Cuz there are so many good friends. Mila is an absolute sweet pea. I keep trying to, I want to put my hand down because it kind of helps to steady it a bit. But if I put my hand down there, then I will be putting my hand into wet paint, which we do not want. That would be less than ideal. So, just having to be real careful here. It looks so scruffy right now, but I'm hoping when the whole thing is done, it will look a little bit better. At the very least, I am very aware of the fact that just for me anyways, it's the nature of a 31-day art prompt challenge that not everything I produce is going to be 100% perfect. And sort of just going into it with that kind of acceptance is really, really helpful to actually getting it done. Because it's just trying to do everything and get everything done perfectly when you're trying to produce a new not just make, but also come up with the ideas for new, an entire new sort of like scene every day for like a month, is a lot. It really is. So I think it's important to kind of just give yourself some grace and recognize that, like, not every single piece that you produce is going to be your best work. And that's fine. You know? That doesn't mean you're not trying your best. And whatever you do is good enough. So, don't sweat it. Anyways, that's my fake deep monthly art prompt challenge advice. There is another monthly art prompt challenge happening this month that I'm taking part in as well. I'm probably going to be a bit more active on it on like the back end of the month, like it's the Stream Inc.'s Doodle Away May prompt list. I am a friend of the Stream Inc., as you may know. And so I do want to do, I've done 3 of the prompt words so far. I do want to do some more of them. I might not get a chance to do all of them, but hopefully I'll be able to do at least a few more while I'm off in Canada in like my sketchbook and stuff. I've been feeling a lot of, I don't know, pressure about it, I guess, which is stupid and I really shouldn't, but this is the prompt list in case anyone wants to take part in that. I'll pop a link to Stream Inc. in the chat as well. There you go. Hopefully that should take you to the Stream Inc. card page where you can find all their socials and prompt lists and all that jazz. But yeah, I did a prompt. I did a piece based on the 3 prompt words, picnic, frog, and bugs, which was very, very fun. And I'm hoping to do a few other pieces that kind of combine a number of prompts into one work. Oh, no, we're not done. We're not done. Don't leave yet. Please don't leave. We're not done. I was literally thinking earlier, oh geez, wouldn't it be silly if I accidentally hit thanks for watching when I meant to hit a different screen, and then I actually only went and did it. So, oops, never mind. I can't remember what the wall texture was here, so I'm just kind of having to guess. I think it's something like this. I think it was something like this, but I can't really see my pencil lines very well now, so kind of having to guess. But I think it's something to that effect. Close enough. All good. Anyways. We're making some progress. That's good. And I think the bits around Lem are dry enough that we should be able to unmask this very, very good boy. There's still a little bit of a wet patch here. But it's far enough away from our masked off little buddies here that I should be able to safely extricate Lem from the weird, nasty masking fluid jail and try and remember what colors we used to paint him. It is kind of really helpful for this challenge that the game has a fairly sort of limited art palette in terms of like the color palette, I mean, rather. Kind of like I'm using a very specific sets of paints for it. And it makes it easier to do things like kind of speed paint sort of the background, because it's like, it's not quite monochromatic, but it's not as colorful as like our recognizable world, you know? So that's kind of nice. Anyways. Oh, Salubra's fun. I think she's very fun. Though I do have one bone to pick with Salubra. And that is in one aspect of her marketing where she really preys on a little guy's insecurities by saying that when you look at the descriptions of the charms that Salubra sells in her shop, For the long nail charm, it says something like that nail of yours is very, sort of finely crafted, but don't you think it could stand to be a little ... longer? And I'm like, it's not the size of the nail, it's what you do with it. Jeez. Come on. That was uncalled for, you know what I mean? Just feels a little bit. I'm wondering if I can kind of blend these segments out a bit, but I'm going to guess that I probably left it a little bit too long to do that. But you know what? That's okay too. It's the line weight is going to go on and it'll look different when it's all done. Okay, I need to remember what colors these guys are. And also, what color is a what the heck is this thing? The Hallow Nest seal. Okay, so is Lem's... what color is Lem's tummy? Because I think it's a bit different. I might need to look at... might need to see if I can pull up a picture of Lem when he's, like, standing at the fountain. Because you can't really see his tummy very well there. I think it's... okay, I think it is just kind of all the same color. And it's kind of... it's kind of a reddish color. Okay, that I can do. Just pull out a little bit of this reddish black. I took way too much. That's okay. We can, this can be a little saturated compared to the background, certainly. I think I can probably take up the tape now as well. Because it's not gonna be buckling any more than it already has. So I can detape it. Yay! Feels real good. Huh? There we go. Anyways, what's everyone up to this week? Do you have any fun plans for the week ahead? Are you working on any cool projects? Are you doing anything fun? I'd love to hear about it if you feel like sharing. Otherwise, it's all good. Ooh. There we go. All right. Cool. And if I get real quiet, it's because I could probably do with switching to a smaller paintbrush to paint in these smaller areas. And in fact, I might actually switch to a smaller brush when I finish this bit of Lem's funky little shell. And indeed, I shall. Okay. Swapping to a smaller brush. Nope. This one I think is a little bit too fine. It's just going to take too long. Let's go with sort of a mid one. That'll do. This very fine one, I'll save for like the line weights. In the meantime. Okay, what other colors do I need for Lem? Kind of his... oh no. Sorry, one moment please. Damn it. I thought I was gonna sneeze, but then I tried not to sneeze while I was like, my mic was on, and then I waited too long to do it, and then I couldn't do it. So now my nose is just very grumpy with me. Oh no. Oh, that's really uncomfy. Okay, great. Good job. Good job, me. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna take a sip of my tea to make up for it. Actually, I'll take a sip of my mint tea because that feels like a good choice for such a situation. Ah! Why did I do that? Okay. Well, because I don't want to sneeze down the microphone because I feel like that's going to annoy people. And I would be embarrassed. So, you know. Right, just painting in Lem's, I don't know, his weird face, I guess. Which is more or less that it's kind of a beige color. I don't know how exactly you would describe that. I would say it's kind of a beige color. And then his sort of fluffy bit behind that is a slightly different shade of beige, just to keep things interesting. So, I like Lem because he takes the doodads I don't want and gives me money for them. And I appreciate receiving money for doodads. I really do. Speaking of, I've got a shop. We did an update recently. There's some fun stuff in there. We do also still have a couple of limited edition Blue Raspberry Fight Milk art prints for Hollow Knight that you can get. I will not make any more of them, so if you did want them, I would do that, because they will cease to exist once they sell out. That's it. And I will pop a link to that in the chat. I hate self-promoting, and I'm super bad at it, but there's a link to my shop. If that's the kind of thing you might be into, there's some sticker sheets and pins and other fun stuff. You can do that there. Anyways, so that's Lem. What the flip do I need for Hallow Nest Seal? What colors are it? I'm just Googling all this stuff on my phone. Come on, please load. Hallow Nest Seal is, I think it's a similar sort of, yeah, it's like a purplish red color and the outside is like silver. Okay. Okay, cool. So maybe if I actually just take this red and add a little bit of blue to it, will that do it? I don't know if that's done it, but I'm going to try it anyways. I think it could work. It could work. There we go. I'm not worrying about it being 100% accurate here. I'm running on vibes. I'm trying my best. Heck. And yeah, I need some sort of silvery situation. So we kind of mix up a little bit of that. Okay. Hey, Alba, welcome on in. How are you doing? It is very good to see you. Welcome, welcome. How are you? I hope you're having a super good Monday. Okay. There's a little bit on the end there. And there's the funky little prongs. This is going to be really fun to do line weight for because it is tiny. Oh, why did I do this to myself? Oh, beans. Oh, cheese pizza. Okay, the next thing that I need to see is Salubra. What colors are Salubra? What color does she be? I know she's kind of a sort of lavendery pinkish range of colors, so I think we can work with that. She might have, because of the lighting in this place, she might have a bit of a pinkish cast, I think. But also, should I use a bigger brush? Should I use the bigger brush to color in Salubra? Because she's also a larger sized lady. She's chubby like me. I like it. Anyways. So I think I think for the main part of her body, I'm going to combine some of this orchid pink with lavender. I love this pastel set. It is really versatile. I would not, when I got this pastel paint pan set, I did not think that I was going to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to use these pastel shades of paint to do, like, Hollow Knight characters. And yet, here we are. This is one of the things I think they're the best for, actually, it turns out. Go figure. Okay. It's nice when it's not taped down, because now I can finally do super useful things like turning it, which you don't realize how much you miss until you can't do it. And it is genuinely super helpful just sometimes being able to just, like, rotate your work. Love that for me, honestly. Okay. Oh, Salubra. She's so pretty. I love her. She's one of my favorite character designs in terms of, like, character design, she's definitely one of my favorites in the game. I don't know. It's interesting. I think there are some creatures where you can very clearly see sort of what maybe actual real life bug they might be based on. Any guesses as to what Salubra might have been based on? as far as actual bugs go, because I'm stumped. Is there a bug out there that looks like this absolute queen? I would like to see them. If there is. That would frankly be cool as heck. Okay. There we go. Now I just need to get this other cheek. And then just sort of this little underside of her chin. Okay, cool. Then there's this sort of bit of the top. I don't know if it's like a headdress or just she's some kind of slug, I believe. That tracks. That tracks. Because I think when you see her like floating around, she doesn't really have feet per se. So that does kind of track. Actually, yeah. That makes sense. But, whatever she is, she's super cute. And just an absolute sweetheart. So I love her very dearly. Okay, also when she's doing a little smile. I think this wants to be a little darker. I might just do like a second pass with this color, because that's probably actually more like what this color wants to be, of like her big smile, her beautiful smoochy lips that some people pay big money to get lips this smoochy. She was just born with it. You know what? Good for her. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Who knows? Salubra will never tell. Anyways, I'm sorry. Oh, jeez. Okay, I want to make a color for her lovely jewelry as well. Which I think probably the best way to do it is probably to combine what's left of this, like, red and, some more, like, pastel situation to kind of lighten it out. But it's still a little bit deeper than the pastel paints on their own. I'm going to add a little blue to it as well. And water it down a smidge. I mean, this isn't going to be a perfect shade match, but, like, who cares? Indeed, what kind of creature is Lem? Who knows? Lem's just a guy. He just looks like a guy. I can definitely see the, like, slug inspiration for Salubra, because of, like, the way that she's shaped and stuff. But I think you can see very obvious inspiration in terms of, like, certain characters in the game, and then certain other ones, it's very, like... It's a lot more vague. And I think possibly Team Cherry were just designing characters that they thought looked cool. And you know what? I wholeheartedly am here for that. Obviously, characters like the Seer is some kind of moth creature. The Stag is like a stag beetle. The Mantis tribe, mantises. And then there's Lem. Who knows? He's just a man. He's just an entire man. That's all. So, yeah. Anyways. Alright, let me finish getting these little... this funky little bead situation that she's got going, which is very stylish, if I do say so myself. A very good look. And then I noticed that there was a tiny bit of masking fluid left just on the tip of her eyelash, and also just a little bit more, just a tiny little bit stuck on Lem as well. Beans, how did I miss that before? Sorry about that. Never mind. It is not insurmountable. There we go. Happy little beads. Very, very cute. Very stylish. She looks amazing, frankly. Love that for her. Okay. Now, I'm just going to take my tissue and just dry this down a little bit. You'll never, oh my god, you're right, you'll never guess what the snail shamans are, says Samantha. Oh gosh, do you have any ideas? Is anybody who knows more about the lore than I do can have any guesses to what the snail shamans might be based on? Oi oi Savaloys, Lina, welcome in. It's lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a delightful Monday. Hello, hello. I think many of the City of Tears enemies, like Lem, is just a generic bug as well. Yeah, says Samantha. I agree. I think you are probably right about that. I don't know why I rolled my R at that, but here we are. And I'm sorry. I'm taking accountability. Okay, I just want her smile to be a little bit, to contrast a little bit better. Oh no, oh no, oh no, the color's bleeding out. It's bleeding. Okay, never mind. I'll just work on her smile in a little while, I guess. Because that's not happening, because I think the paint was just, I'm just being impatient at this point. That's all that's happening. I'm just being impatient. And I really shouldn't. I think Lem is completely dry. Oh, I need to color in this, this little charm as well. It's not exactly the Shaman Stone, but it was kind of inspired by the Shaman Stone, so I'm gonna look up what color roughly is it. The Shaman Stone is kind of, Shaman Stone is something you can buy from some websites called Sacred Essence. I don't know, which really feels like white people hippie stuff. Anyways. Apparently shaman stones are a thing that exist. Okay, shaman stone itself is kind of brown. So we'll bring in some brown for that. I have brownish black, which I think should do quite nicely. Though it is quite a warm brown, so I might actually combine a little bit of red with the brown to get, like, you know, a nice reddish brown. And I picked up way too much paint, as usual. So, oops. Never mind. Oh, that's a lovely rich color, though. That's really nice. It'll probably lighten up a little bit as it dries down, so I'll leave it at that. And hope that I might be able to... Yeah, I think I can... Okay. I think I can do... Anyways. How's y'all's Mondays? You having good ones? I hope you are. I very much do. I'm having a time to speed run the rest of this painting, because I really, really want to finish it. Because it is today's prompt, after all. And I very much would like to kind of keep on schedule with this art month. Wow, that wash literally did nothing. Okay, cool. Cool. What if I add a little bit of a slightly darker purple to it? Just so we can see her beautiful smile a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll do. I think that'll do quite nicely. Okay, awesome. It's line weight time, I guess. So let's get on that. Okay. Time for my line weight brush. Hell yeah. And wow, I have used so many paintbrushes this session. I'm gonna have so many brushes to clean when we're done here. Oh no. Oh, but I did it to myself. Yes, hello helicopter. It's probably, we're not super far from a hospital, so it might be, maybe someone's getting airlifted, I don't know. We do get the occasional helicopter. This is fine. Okay. Just gonna pick up a nice thick line of the purplish black, which you can see at this concentration basically just reads as black. I think works fairly well. Oh, no, you can't, because that was pretty much entirely off camera. Well, we're doing line weight now. Sorry about that. Just gonna fill in all the nice little lines for Lem's nice little desk. Let's go sideways. Hooray. And I hope, anyways, that fairly quickly this piece will start to feel like it's actually coming together, which will be good. Okay. I think it's heading into an ugly duckling stage, but we'll make our way back out of it, I promise. Unless you think my art style is bad, in which case we probably won't, but also, why are you here? Unless you just really like my company and listen to the art streams with the picture switched off. Sideways, what a novel approach, says Sen. Listen. I like being able to rest my hand on a surface a lot of the time when I'm painting. I find it gives me a little bit more control where my brush goes. And so sometimes in order to do that and to get the line to work effectively, it has to, I gotta move the canvas around. It's part of the reason that I've kind of struggled with, some digital drawing before, because, I think what I was, the thing that I learned on would sometimes get a little bit annoyed by the fact that I had my, like, palm resting on it. But I think they're better about that now. And we do indeed have a tablet that was purchased for the purpose of doing art with, that I have not done art with very much. Because I don't know, I still find it really difficult to digital. I think there's a certain degree of, like, the tangibility of working in traditional media that I find I miss with, like, a tablet screen. So being able to work within that can be a bit of a Sanrio character big challenges. Good old big challenges. I hope that wherever they are, they're having a nice day. They deserve to have the loveliest of lovely days, damn it. Big challenges is the sweet friend. There we go. The little stripes. Seriously, rotating your canvas also when you work digitally, so helpful. Genuinely. Sometimes it just really helps to be able to kind of just go upside down. Oh no, is the blood brushing to their heads? I hope they're okay. I've kind of stylized this out as, like, little floofs. When I'm doing these artworks for Hollow Knight Art Month, I do try and make sure that, you know, like, the characters are recognizable, but also to try and translate it into something of my version of the art style instead of just recreating, like, a screen cap of the game. But also, I think because the art style of the game is so distinctive and the characters are so, like, stylized in their own special ways, that I find myself not wanting to deviate from it too hard. Partially because I don't know how I would change or translate them, because the artwork that I create when I'm not making Hollow Knight Art Month artwork is stylistically very different from the art style of the game Hollow Knight. For one thing, I tend not to do black outlines. on my artwork these days, unless I'm doing a piece that's either in black and white, or I'm just doing something using, like, black ink pens. Which I do sometimes, especially in my sketchbook, more often than elsewhere. I will use a black ink pen. But for the most part, when I don't do like lineless art style per se, but I will do, my line weight is like more sort of tonal. Like, it'll be the same color as whatever it is that I'm lining, but like a much darker value to kind of make it stand out and pop more. But it's a little softer than doing like a hard black line, which I also really like. I used to do like a hard black outline for everything for years. I just abused the living crap out of so many fine liner pens, just using those for all of my outlines. And then I kind of moved away from that to a more soft style, which is what I'm doing these days. Which I'm really enjoying. So, you know, it's all good. I kind of messed up the details on that, but shh. Never mind. But I saw like earlier today, maybe even, someone had redrawn a piece that they did initially a couple years ago to kind of look at the way that their art style has changed. And I'm honestly kind of tempted to take something that I painted a few years ago and just like redo it. I don't know what I would redo though. But there are some pieces that are like a good few years old that I look back at now and I'm like, ooh, how did I think that was good? You know what I mean? And that might just be me looking at it from the perspective of someone who's been doing art semi-seriously for a good number of years more. And I can see the way that, you know, my skills and craft and all that jazz have kind of developed and changed and yada yada yada. And I always feel like some kind of imposter when I'm talking like this. 'Cause I have variable confidence levels, let's say, as an artistic person. But yeah, looking back at stuff that I did like some years ago, I'm like, ooh. But then on the other hand, looking back at some stuff that I did a few years ago, I'm like, yeah, it's not that different either. I always find it kind of insane when I see someone sharing their like progress and they're like, here's an art that I did 2 years ago, and it's like a very, you know, it's a very sort of everyone's first like anime character drawing. And I say that from a place of love, because if you go back far enough in my artistic catalog, you will find an everyone's first anime character drawing as well. Like that kind of style, like, you know, sort of, I want to be an artist, and you start working on stuff and you do like that sort of anime character and it looks like that. And then 2 years later, they're producing, you know, like just the most ridiculously flawless, insanely detailed, heavily rendered, pieces, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, what? Hello? Because if I go back 2 years in my catalog, it doesn't look that different to this. Like, it's not that dramatic, and I always find it kind of wild that it's like, wait, I'm sorry, how did you leap forwards? How did you skip that many levels of skill to get from this to, like, the freaking Sistine Chapel in 2 years? And if you were able to do that, you should feel very proud, because obviously that has taken, you know, some dedication and some work and some skill that you have built. But also, what the hell? What kind of wizard juice are you drinking? I'm sorry. Like, what? It's just so, like sometimes seeing that is kind of baffling to me because I simply am unable to function at that pace. It's usually people who are just starting out. That's usually people who are just starting out to now and who are having a lot of art classes. Oh, art class. I didn't do thems. Possibly also people who don't have to have normal jobs. But yeah, Lino says yes, it is wizardry to develop that level of skill so quickly. It really is. It really is. It's like, I'm sorry, but sorry, what? No. I mean, that would be a comparison of like if you were to look at my art from 25 years ago versus the art that I'm doing now, you'd be like, wow, that is a significant improvement in skill and style and vision. But if you were to look at my art from 2 years ago, you'd be like, yeah, that's also good. So yeah, that always kind of just makes it go, And I know that, comparing yourself to other people is a disease, so I don't feel bad about myself for not being able to produce the kind of artworks that somebody like that is producing, but also because I don't... They're potentially developing skills and working on things that I don't want to necessarily focus on / be good at. I mean, look, I'm doing stupid little Hollow Knight Art Month illustrations. Clearly my priorities lie in different places. Like, for instance, if I really decided to, like, devote myself to it, there is a pretty good chance that I could, master a much more realistic art style. But also, my time is precious and I don't want to produce realistic artwork. Partly because I'm also a photographer. So I already have a medium for things that look like real things that exist in real life, and that is my camera, because I was, honestly, I was a photographer seriously before I was a painter seriously. And so that's kind of, if I want to do something that looks like something that exists in real life, I will simply photograph it. And that's fun for me. I don't share my photography a lot these days. That's partly because, believe it or not, I work in analog photo media, which means that I get negatives developed, which means that I have prints I have to scan in. Oh, yeah, Linus is also as a video essayist. You've got 2 mediums for realistic capture. Absolutely. I have a YouTube channel, everybody. Which I'm real bad at publicizing. But also, annoyingly, at this point in my various careers, I don't have enough time to dedicate to, like, being able to put up a video, like, every week or anything, so it's growing fairly slowly, which is really annoying, because I would love to do more. I am working on a video right now. It's in the editing suite. And I am very confident that it's going to be a very fun one. So it's to do with food history and trying some genuine Victorian recipes. So, and also doing a bit of historical research as well related to that, which I gotta say is real
Attention,
silly.
Twitch user Sammy
Sister,
Kelch.
hi!
shoppers.
Welcome on in. Hello. Welcome. Oh, apparently also Thea wants to say hi. Hello, Thea. Welcome in as well. Sister, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. How are you doing? It is lovely to see you, and welcome on in. How was your stream? Let me get a shout out for you. Scissor hands. If you're not following Scissor, go do that. What were you up to today? Were you playing a fun game? Were you doing some fun stuff? I'd love to hear all about it. In the meantime, allow me to introduce myself to anyone who's just come in on the raid. Hello, my name's Twitch user Sammy Kelch. I'm a variety streamer. I do cozy art streams on Mondays and Thursdays. I do cozy game streams on Fridays, and sometimes on Sundays. Linus is trying Victorian recipes. I bet they taste like old books. That would be spoilers, Lino. You'll just have to find out. More Baldur's Gate. Hell yeah. I hope you're having a fun time with it. I hope that your party are doing good fights and good magics and being fun characters to hang out with and doing good stuff. But yes, hello. I hope that the Baldur's Gate went well. I hope that you gated that Baldur real good. I don't think that makes sense, but I hope you had a fun time. What was your character type again? If you would like to share, because I would love to share if you would like to. Had to redo the same fight 3 times, but other than that, hey, but I'm sure you learned something in so doing, right? That's the important thing, right? I don't know. Anyways, if you like fun Baldur's Gate times, that's not how you spell shout out. Shout out. You should go give Sister a follow. No. Oh, a Dragonborn previously a rogue. Sweet. A Dragonborn paladin. Very, very fun. I do like the dragony friends. That's awesome sauce. I've never played a paladin. That's on my to play list. Because I've never been a paladin, and it looks like I think there are some fun character types that can come out of that, so I bet that is a good time. Love that for you. Anyways, hi everybody. I'm painting a scene, an imagined scene, I suppose, out of the video game Hollow Knight, because it is Hollow Knight Art Month. And I don't have very many days left to complete all of the prompts for the Hollow Knight Art Month, which is a 31-day prompt list challenge, all related to the game Hollow Knight. This is Salubra, who is one of the merchants in the game who sells charms, which are like the mechanism by which you can give yourself different sort of like powers and special skills. And this is Lem, who is not exactly a vendor, more like an acquirer of things. Basically, you find like relics and stuff throughout the game, and Lem will purchase them from you. So he's basically a way to give you money for the collectibles that you find in the game. Kind of like in Stardew Valley, how you harvest turnips and then you sell them to Pierre and then you get $20 dues for it, that kind of thing. Lino says, paladins, much like warlocks, have a single answer to almost every problem that makes decision-making quite easy. Smite. Hell yeah. Scissor says, hit stuff and hit it again. Yep, good. You know what? I do appreciate that. I have played a warlock. She's a lot of fun. In the Dungeon Dragon. I haven't played the Baldur's Gate yet, but it is very heavily Dungeon Dragon inspired. So, similarly. But warlocks are fun, so, ooh. I wouldn't mind getting to smite somebody. I bet that sounds like a good time. That does sound like a good time. Anyways. Thinking ahead to my din-dins tonight, I am making miso soup. Isn't that exciting? It's not super exciting, but you know what it is? It's delicious. It's delicious and also, crucially, fairly lightweight and doesn't take too long. Which, I need that today. Because I've got someone coming around to do some work on the house tomorrow, and for that, I'm gonna need to do just a little bit of emergency panic tidying. Yay! Which is like my least favorite thing to do. One time someone was doing something on that. I think they were just doing some like checks or something, but they had to come into the house, and they actually commented on like the sort of pile of boxes I have in the living room, because I've got a pile of boxes in the living room that I don't know what to do with. And they were like, wow, you sure have a lot of stuff in here. And I'm like, why would you comment on that? It's like, yes, I do, because these houses don't have any good storage and I have depression. Like, leave me alone. Oh my god. It was so stressful. And so now I kind of freak out when people are coming to visit. Because that felt bad. Anyways, it's a nicely pared down version of the 5e rule set, says Lino. That's very cool. No solutions here, I can only offer you more problems, says Alba. Oh no. Lino says that means for some warlocks it's Eldritch Blast. For others it's fall in a body of water. I'm not one to judge. Hey, you know what? If it works, go for it. Why not? Anyways. No comment. I'm gonna sign this because I think it's done. And then before we go, I'm gonna just finish off a little bit of our second piece. But it's gonna be half finished because I'm gonna finish it tomorrow, and that's fine. There we go. Okay, so this is today's art piece. It's Salubra. Isn't she lovely? I think she looks much better with her eyelashes on. Anyways, so this is all right. Gotta go have a lovely rest of the stream. Thank you again so much for the raid, Zizzer. I much appreciate it. And have a wonderful rest of your evening as well. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, that's Salubra having a nice time hanging out with Lem, as you do. For anyone who missed it, by the way, I just want to share this terrible drawing because actually I think it turned out pretty cute. This is Fitz Goblin Darcy. He's just a little guy. That's Fitz Goblin Darcy. I like that piece so much that I kind of want to paint more goblins now. Just little fancy lad goblins in particular, I think. Very, very fun. Very fun. Okay. This layer is gonna get weird. This layer is gonna get weird and super wet. So this should be fun. Anyways. This is probably gonna be the last thing that we do because I need to cook my dinner. But, I would like, if I may, to also get this done. So, I'm gonna dip this into the absolutely, murky depths of paint water, which is actually coming out to quite a nice mauve color almost. Which is kind of cool, but also unfortunate because I really want it to be blue. It needs to be this sort of bluish black color, so I'm gonna add just a load of that into it. And then I'm going to pull a whole bunch of blue back out of it. I'm going to just touch this to make sure that the paper is absolutely the bonest of bone dry as it can be before I go in with my brush. And just brushy, 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 a very nice light cast of blue over everything. Alright, and away we go. And once that's done, I'm going to add in drip in some darker bits here and there. Where I want it to be, like, properly. Oh no, I touched the wrong piece of paint. Oh, that's the wrong color. Oh no. Oh no, it's not you, it's you. That's better. Okay, because I want it to be sort of darker on the side and then kind of fade out towards this side so we see a little bit more of the funky kind of green highlights. So it is going to be a little bit of a stronger blue, especially sort of up in this corner and then sort of radiating down on the diagonal, I think, more or less. I think that'll look cool. I hope that'll look cool. It's worked for me so far, this art month, so, you know, I'm going to stick with it. So just going to start by giving all of this sort of a first gasp of blueness, and then we're gonna hit it with some real murky depth. Oh ho ho ho! Get a load of that. And just kind of what I like about when the paint is this wet and when the surface is this wet and you're kind of working with it is that you can kind of manipulate it in fun, cool ways. You can kind of move it around. And that can be quite fun, actually, to do. At least I get a kick out of it. And I think you can get some quite interesting textures and effects, which make a nice shorthand. Okay, I'm going to water this down a bit, blend it out. Blend it out and down, sort of pull that back a little bit. Can I pull that back a little bit? Can I bring it on back? Yes, cool. Okay, awesome. Okay, good. And then I'm going to try and dry down my brush a little bit. Looks delicious as line. Oh no. No, 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 no. I cannot stress enough how much no, no, no. That is a no. Just really getting some nice murky depths in this corner. Just little doots and dots and bloots and blots. Make sure everything is nice and saturated. And then eventually we'll reach a point in the painting where we really can't do heck all else. At which point we take a little wee break. Oh, that was too wet. That's too wet. No. Okay, that's better. Blend, 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 blend. Blend, 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 blend. Blendy, blendy, blendy. Blendy, blendy, blend. Okay. Honestly, I think that looks real heckin' cool. That's going to kind of shift and change a bit as it dries as well, so I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm sorry I kind of taped it down so that you couldn't actually see the bottom of the canvas. My bad. Let me just very carefully untape this and move it up so you can see all of what this looks like right now, because I'm a dingus. I'm a dingus who you would think has never done an art stream before, but I promise I've been doing it for years. Oh well. Anyways. There it be. Ta-da! I just want to remind everyone that I'll be streaming Thursday, and then I'm going to have a couple weeks off to go do some Canadian things. Have a very significant birthday, which I'm feeling some kind of way about. That is in 12 days! Oh no! And when I come back after the break, we will have a birthday extravaganza of a stream. I don't know what day it'll be yet. Probably won't be my first stream back because I'll need to remember how to stream first. Because it'll have been a couple weeks, and I do apologize for that again. But in the meantime, these were my paintings today. I hope that they're okay. I had a lot of fun doing them. Thank you so much for everyone who hung out with us today. It's been really nice just getting to chill and paint and have a good time and chat with y'all. You're all breathtaking. I do hope to see you again soon. I'll be back on Thursday doing the last Hollow Knight stream of the month, but in the meantime, I'll be back on Thursday. I will echo slightly, and then let me find somebody for us to raid, shall I? Let's see who is around. Maybe someone we haven't raided in a little while, if we can. And yeah. Who haven't I rated in a little bit? Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to, I don't know, it's usually the same people I follow are streaming on the same days, so, we raid a lot of the same people, but I also like those people, so it's nice to get to raid them. But, I think, yeah, okay. I think I know where we're gonna go. So I will head that way now. If I can. Let me just make sure I've got the username right. Okay. Okay. So, we are going to raid. If I can. The raid mechanism is doing its thing. Alright. So, we are going to be, I believe the word for Thursday is Isma's Grove, so we'll be working in a really cool sort of landscape area for that. Somebody is also doing Hollow Knight Art Month, so we're gonna raid Maggie, because Maggie's also doing Hollow Knight Art Month, and Maggie's really cool, so. Get a generic raid message in the chat. Get some fight milks in that generic raid message. Feel free to grab the raid message if you are joining us. Feel free to grab the emotes if you have the emotes. If you're subbed, if you're not subbed, feel free to just say generic raid message. It's all good. I will be back on Thursday doing some more Hollow Knight art, and yeah, I want to thank you all very much for hanging out with me today. It's been very, very fun. Hope to see you again soon. Have a good one, everybody. Have a good evening. Goodbye, and good night. Good night.